they'll lock up the 3 seed, and anything else is based on clear rate overall as wild cards. So, and then
that makes sense.
Any player lower than 16 seed will be considered an alternate, as we'll be reaching out to players who we may not have seen in a while. I know there's a couple on this list. So
I think that clear rate tiebreaker is really interesting, because one of the things that I have a pretty good average clear rate, and part of that is because I'm pretty good, but also part of it is because I've made it to the finals a lot of times, and I feel like it's easier to get low clear rates in the higher levels, where viruses are more likely to be butting up against neighbors of the same color, and so it's easier to be more efficient. So it's a really interesting tiebreaker, because besides reflecting skill, it also reflects in a sort of subtle way how far they made it in previous tournaments.
Correct. And that is absolutely by design. We have readies from both players. Ookthelibrarian 0-1, Sarasparkle, if I'm taking a look here, Sarasparkle is 3-4, 9-12 overall as far as games go. A clear rate of 3-1-1, which is one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, she always makes it quite far in these tournaments.
Absolutely. We're getting started here. Ookthelibrarian versus Sarasparkle, players playing levels 6 through 9 in a best-of-3 format. Right now, I like Ook's board just a little bit better, but he's made a couple of interesting plays early on.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of his viruses are higher, which is a really interesting trade-off, because you place your pieces quicker, but it does mean that once you clear out the first little bit, fall time is a bigger problem.
That's absolutely right. Fall time is one of the biggest, speed killers in Dr. Mario. Great little column clear there by Ook. That puts them at 11. It's tied at 11 for both players, and Sarah's probably got a bit of more of a drop time concern than Ook at this point.
Yeah, I think she does, especially the blue in the middle. She did make a little bit of a red platform to help deal with that, but that's the kind of thing that you have to be watching out for.
And although all that said, Sarasparkle at a 111 clearing out 6. Ook down to his last 5. Looks like he's just trying to bridge up and clear a horizontal yellow and just open himself up to a couple of double clears.
Yeah, I really like that horizontal yellow, because it makes it possible to get the efficient red clear from in between. It does take a little bit of work, because he has to clear the blue away, and he decided that clearing the blue away just wasn't worth it. Just get the clear at the top.
That seemed like a smarter decision on his part, as he's out at a 143. And Sarah, 21 viruses to go, so it's about an 11 virus advantage right now. And Sarah's got a lot of double opportunities, and you're seeing him there both horizontally and vertically.
I love that quad there that Sarah just made.
Brilliant play. And she's got, 0 and 1 drops that are really helping her. And if she gets a blue-red, you're going to see a very fun little play in 1 and 2. Oh, maybe not.
That's a nice combo if it fires off, huh?
Deciding not to go for it.
She's blocked off the blue horizontal at the bottom. It's probably going to be okay. She can still get it from the other side, so
yeah, it is
no big
open-ended.
loss.
Oh, and now RNG raining a bit on her parade, but looking at Ook's board...
He has so much red, doesn't he?
Yeah, just a lot of red, and looks like he's finally getting the pieces he needs, but that blue-yellow is absolutely useless to him right now.
He's so only much 2 yellows are buried. Over and over and over. Just a slap in the face, really.
And Sarah's going to be out at about a 2:45 at 7. Pretty solid time. Anything under 3 minutes at that point is always good.
Yeah, but this red blitz on Ookthelibrarian's board, I think that's going to be pretty killer. It's going to be really hard to recover after that.
Especially when the RNG is just taking its time giving any sort of help.
Yep.
And it's just heartbreaking when you have to build spires, because you've got an opportunity for a triple clear if that garbage isn't in column 3. You've got other opportunities to clear doubles, but those horizontals are way more helpful than people think.
Yeah, yep. Meanwhile, Sarah's board has pretty much every color pair easily available, so it's really hard for her to get a piece that she can't use at the moment. That's a really nice property to have of a board. She's going to be looking for places to use blue, but clearing out that red makes it a lot easier to access all of the blue that she has at the bottom.
And she's making decisions in clearing single reds, even though there's a ton of yellow-red opportunities, and that's just to open up board variety.
And he's finally gotten the last piece of red that he needed to get out of level 7, so he's into level 8, but he's now almost 25 viruses behind.
Good clear there, though. He's making good quick plays.
Yeah.
And that's the thing you're going to see from players who are especially new to these tournaments is you're going to see them improve. They're going to have more vision overall on their play field. And as we take a look here, Sarasparkle down to 3 viruses on 8, putting it together in absolute monster time right now.
And she's out at a 437.
Definitely looking at a sub-7 run here from Sarasparkle. And it looks like Ook is having a solid 8. Better color diversity on his play field, but now a lot of garbage to deal with and just really nowhere to put anything.
Yeah, he's also had 1 or 2 misdrops that ended up being a little bit painful for him, especially that giant tower of blue you can see in the middle. That all of that came from a single misdrop.
Right.
And recovering from those, sometimes it's not a big deal, but sometimes, you really have to pay attention to it early and get it done.
Absolutely. Sarah at a 528 with 16 viruses to go. Ook just trying to get to 9 here early on, down to his last 3 viruses. But it looks like this is going to be a runaway for Sarah.
Sarah in an interesting position with all of the blue in the middle. I'm really curious what solution she'll come up with for dealing with all of that stuff. What a great solution. So she's got a little bit of trash, but still lots of stuff lined up with each other. So
and really going for a good tuck there, and I like what she's doing here. Watch this blue garbage. That's going to go away. This could be some record time territory here. Taking a look at the leaderboards, she needs only a couple reds. There it is at a 615, which is, as far as I can see here, that's the second best all-time run.
Fantastic.
So Sarasparkle, number 2 on the leaderboard. Ookthelibrarian realizing that is it for him. 9 with 30 to go. Sarah just was an absolute freight train there, and that red surge, as we said, was absolutely devastating to Ook.
Yeah, yep. At the end of that level, he was about 25 or 30 viruses behind, and at the end of 9, he was 25 or 30 viruses behind. So, in my opinion, he was basically keeping pace, except for that one situation where he got all red all the time.
Well, hopefully he'll recover from that. I mean, barring that setback, his run was great. He made some great decision making, especially on level 8.
Totally. And it's really hard to be sad about losing to the second best time of all of the whole series. That having getting slapped in the face by Packy last month in round 2 when he just did that 7 minutes 11. I know how he feels. So. There's nothing you can do except have a record time, and that's difficult unto itself. Totally.
We have readies from both players. Game number 2 about to start. Again, this is the 7 and the 10 seed, Sarasparkle versus Ookthelibrarian. Sarasparkle appeared in the September finals,
and she's off to quite a fast start here, actually.
Going underneath though is going to be an interesting strategy that might come back to haunt her, because now that you see 5 and 6 are open, that's going to open the door to a lot of drop time.
Yeah, it is, and that's going to be really tough to manage that. And that's going to be happening pretty much the whole game now, I guess.
And this has allowed Ook to take a bit of a lead. Now he's down to 15 to 17. And Sarah's being forced to play a lot of tuck plays, which is good. It does reduce drop time later on, but there's a lot of time eaten away by moving pills underneath.
So here's an example of that giant drop, yeah.
Although she's now down to 10, has taken the lead.
Wow.
Now a red heavy board. Had an opportunity to clear 3 and only went with 2.
Yeah, I think that double red was sort of problematic because it removed the platform that she needed to clear the red horizontal on the left. So she had to build a new one there, as you saw with the last 2 moves.
Yep, and she is down to 1 and now out at... Oh, she did not start her timer, so we'll call it about a 130. We may have to go back to the tape to verify that, but we'll call it a 130.
Oh, and she's placed some yellow upside down. Whoops.
Bit of a misdrop, but she's working through it.
But it's actually fine because on her board, there's not really a lot of places to use red and yellow at the moment anyway, so it's not like that's wasted. She's waiting on blue everywhere, so...
No, it's Sarah making smart plays. If you don't have a yellow, it's good to just... if you can't play a certain color, it's good to establish a base to drop something helpful, and that's what she's done. So, she gets a red-yellow like that, she can clear out another yellow while also setting up for the next virus underneath.
Agreed. And now she's in sort of the opposite position that she was before, which is now she's really struggling to find access to blue.
Definitely a bit of a bipolar board for Sarasparkle.
Meanwhile, Ookthelibrarian dealing with a similar thing with yellow at the top. Pretty much all of his easily showing viruses are yellow, so he's making his way down the right side of the board.
He's making some really smart plays. Just trying to go piecemeal on some virus clears and just kind of stay at pace. He is only 4 viruses behind at this time.
I do like the skills that he's showing in avoiding drop time. There's been a number of very smart plays, I think, that were designed specifically to do that.
And a good double drop there that puts him at 6, and he's making really good plays at this point. Sarah again just playing at a really fast pace, but it is now down 1-3 again. And Sarah just needs 1 more red, and she will be on her way. And there it is at about a 333. But Ook not far behind, just needs 2 yellows. He's definitely used 7 to catch up, and both players going to 8, not that far behind from one another. And it looks like Ook trying to fight for a lead. I do like Ook's board. Sarah's got a couple of rows she's going to have to fight through to really start playing at anything from rows 4 down. And Dimwit's going to get his pizza. That's why you're just hearing me solo right now. I hope it's a tasty pizza. But for right now, 20-22, Ook taking a lead. Ook hanging in there. This is the kind of stuff we were seeing when he was playing Dimwit. He just is playing a good, strong, consistent game, making smart plays when he needs to. That first game, I think RNG just got him and put him in a red area, but right now it's still tied. Sarasparkle has 15 to go, now down to 14. Has a lot of garbage on her board to deal with and is having to make some forced misplays. Meanwhile, Ook's got a very clean board. Some of the best board health we've seen all match, and he is now down to 11 viruses. These players at pace, but the end game looks to be a little bit more advantageous for Ook, as Sarah's got a lot of garbage plays she's got to deal with. Meanwhile, Ook now down to 9 viruses. Sarah at 9 viruses. It's an ugly board for Sarah, but she is absolutely hanging in there. A 2 combo there and a double from Ook. That's going to give him a sizable lead. He's up by 4, which I believe is the biggest lead he's had so far. And he's just maintaining pace. He just needs reds. Sarah's going to need a lot. And now down to 2 viruses. So it's just a handful of reds. And Ook would love a double red right now. Not going to get it. But he wants to go for that horizontal first. If he gets another red, there it is. He just needs one more. Sarah down to 2, now down to 1. She has managed to come back. She takes the lead. Both players out at around the same time, going into 9. 9 will be a sudden death sprint.
Oh my goodness, look how close this is.
Oh no, a big miss drop by Ook. He reversed colors. And now he's trying to make some hero plays and is just kind of making things a little bit more problematic for himself. But right now, Sarah at 36, Ook at 33. That misdrop has not hurt him that much.
Sarah banking on a horizontal here that looks like it's not actually going to form. So she's going to have some garbage cleanup on the right to deal with.
Ook's got a very blue-heavy right section right now as far as drops go. He's making good tuck plays. Making the right call, going for that yellow in column number 4, down to 24 to 26.
Still very close with Ook a little bit in the lead here, and I think that's because of the garbage situation that Sarah is dealing with on her right-hand side.
Ook with a nice cross drop, and now he's down to 18. This is the biggest lead he's had all match, 17 to 23. Ook trying to force game 3.
And Sarah is dealing with a situation where she has so much yellow to deal with.
A lot of yellow on her right side, and all across her top line, really. This is a brutal 9 for Sarah.
This is really rough, yeah. A really nice combo there.
She is at
that brings
17.
her within striking range, 17 to 15, so quite close after that beautiful combo. And Ook is just piling up the garbage on the right. Let's hope that never comes back to bite him.
He is, though, but he's making really smart plays. He's in the same situation Sarah was, as it's now tied at 8. Really, it's just who's going to clear everything first at this point. It's 7 to 7, now 7 to 6. 6 to 5.
Oh my goodness.
These players trading blows right now.
Oh.
And I see a really interesting combo coming if Ook can pull this off. Ook abandoned the combo. I think that was the right play.
Yeah, it's really tough. But Sarah now with just 2 viruses that are easily accessible.
Now
so
1.
That's going to be rough to come back from. Just needs 1 red piece.
And there it is at an 8:28.
But Ook only
so
a
close.
few seconds behind.
Ook at an 8:33.
Do we know whether there was a 5-second difference between when they started? That could be the decider here.
We have confirmation that Ook's ahead by 2 seconds.
2 seconds, okay. So that was a 3-second game. Oh my goodness.
Absolute banger of a game. But the win goes to Sarasparkle, and she advances by a hair. As we're going to get that updated on our bracket. So it'll be Packy versus Sarasparkle in a rematch. Or I believe that's the 3rd time those two have faced each other. So we'll get to that a little later. But
so was that a semifinal match last month? Sarasparkle versus Packy?
No, they did not face each other last month. Back in August, they faced in round 1, and then I believe in September they faced each other as well. I would have to go back and look, but I know that they have faced each other a couple of times. But I believe it's my turn to go. I'm up against Leviticus, so let's bring in John Nash IV here. And he and Dimwit. Are you there, John?
Well, that was a very exciting game, and even if John can't appear, I'll do some calling on the next one. So good luck, JB.
Hello, everyone.
John, you made it. Fantastic. Good to hear your voice.
Good to hear you as well. That was a crazy match we just had.